my Pokemon.
Hello, 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 whoa. How's it going? Good, 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 good. You're sick. That's not good. Everything else is good. He's good. Gonna get started in just a minute here. Let more people filter in. Alrighty, I think we've waited long enough. I think we can probably get started here. Alright, so let me put a hold on this music here. And I have to change the microphone off of this wonderful, beautiful sounding one to
MasterGir Happy.
To MasterGir Happy. I have to change it over to the dog shit one inside of my web camera. Hopefully it's not that bad, but I mean, I gotta go across the room to do this. What do you want from me? So let me get over there. All right, I'm running out of daylight. All right, let me get moving here. Change the microphone. Change this mic.
Yo, let's Pokemon.
Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, you ready? Dog shit mic in 3, 2, 1. Wait a minute. There we go. I want a little
Prime
bit of stuff
time.
in the background.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Alright, so hopefully the noise coming off this microphone is not too bad. Hey! Look at that. That's Mewtwo. Stylish. Beautiful. Rewarding. Incredible. Words. My adventure awaits. Apparently. According to this. Well, there's a bunch of codes. Well, these are Pokemon Go codes. Well, if you saw one, you saw one. If you didn't, you didn't. Oh, this is the guide. This guide has all the cards in the set. Doesn't look like there's anything too crazy. That Mewtwo looks pretty cool. These might be reprints, though. I have a feeling. I know the Ditto one. The Ditto is like hidden underneath the things, I think. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Focus. That's pretty cool. Like that one right there. Can I get the Ancient Mew? It doesn't look like it. No. Okay. Well, let me quit farting around. Whoa! Packs just come flying out of there. I like the style here. There's all the cards. And you get these cheap-ass tokens. These... Actually... Alright, the main die is actually pretty nice. You can see it. It's got some sparkle in it. It says go for number 1 for some reason and not 2. I don't know why they would do that. A nice plastic V-star thing. Dividers. Dividers are all nice looking. Yeah. And typical shitload of energies. Oh! You just get, I forgot, you just get this nice Mewtwo card. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and not open that right now. This is the box's code. I want that. You can't have it. And the sleeves. The sleeves are nice. I kind of like the sleeves. Yeah. And you get a box. That's awesome. Alright. I'll quit fucking around. Quit fucking around. Alright. So let's see. Ah. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Is this done like all other cards? And all right, that's the code. I want the codes. Now is this a 3 to the front with an energy or? Yes. Okay. They have energies, so it is a 3 to the front with an energy. Alrighty. Can I just get like crinkly up in the mic? There, you happy? That went right into the box. Alright. So let me get right in the camera here. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Even it out. Like Charmeleon. Pupitar. Ampapom. Slowpoke. Babarrel. Fucking Babarrel. Why is Babarrel in the background of its own card? Spinarak. Dove. Gyarados. And that's an alright little Lapras card, I suppose. I can live with that. There, next pack. Yeah. Oh, I love Hype Train. I love level 0 Hype Train. That's my code. You can't have that. Alright. 1, 2, 3 energy. Alright. This card's kind of unpheasant. Another lure module. Pupitar. Another Pidove. Bulbasaur. Squirtle. Meltan. Just Meltan. Babarrel again. Trainer Spark. Reverse on that. The Snorlax. So that's okay, I guess. It's alright. It's alright in it. Alright in it. I really do think these are reused or reissued cards for these packs. I don't think this is original art. Well, the ones that are Go exclusive, yeah, those are original art, but the other ones do not appear to be. I feel like they are not new. Someone who's a fan of this probably, more into this than I am probably knows. Oh, let me 2, 3 energy. It's just a water energy. Oh, look, it's this, but worse. Oh, look, it's Chansey, Steelix, Bulbasaur again, Bidoof, Onix. I'm getting sick of Babarrel here. Meltan, Magikarp. Oh boy, Gyarados. I'm getting trash. I shouldn't be mean. I enjoy the cards altogether. Get on my sight. Where's... Oh, I've been putting these in the wrong spot. I want these over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more packs to go.
Incoming!
What are you saying? Oh, hey, Holly and friends. Hey, you know what? You're just in time. Check it out, just for you.
Hey, you!
Hey,
Just for
bro.
you, you get to see this. 1, 2, 3. Steel energy, I think. Oh, camera up. I like camera ups. Egg incubator. Wartortle. Larvitar. Rattata. Spinarak again. Who's this little freak? Oh, I like Wimpod. Lore module. Oh, and a Blissey. Nothing crazy yet. Which, I mean, is fine. I only just started, right? But, yeah, I'm not really getting blown away yet. Alright, new pack. My code card. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Is this an energy still? I don't think that's an energy. I don't think I get an energy if I get that. I see shiny stuff on the edges. Hold on. So you got Wartortle, Candela, Ivysaur, Spinarak, Pikachu, Pidove, Wimpod, Squirtle, Slowpoke. Check that shit out. Nice. I like it. I like it. Let me look close. Nice. Hey, wait a minute. Got kind of a strange look to it. Can you see that? Hold on. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's showing up. Oh, you see it? Kind of. I don't know how to point it out. Like right here, you see? I don't know. It's odd. Huh. Well, that's cool. I like that one. Now I know those V cards might be a harbinger whenever I get them. Alright, how about I open this right in front of your goddamn faces? Uh-oh, I see. Wait, that might actually be the... Yeah, that's just the code card. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Psychic energy. Alright. Oh, a Pokestop. Oh.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
What's my favorite Pokemon? I'll have to do another tier list sometime because it's not just one. Is it a pheasant? Or Candy. Charmander. Eevee. Natu. Impapom. Raticate. Pikachu. Zapdos. That's okay. That's okay. Alright. I got so much trash. Hold on. I gotta clean this up. Got all these loose cards all over the goddamn place. Get this energy out of here. Wait, that was my reverse. I want that. Okay. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Yeah, I like the reverse Zapdos. It's nice. I'm looking for some big mamas though. Out. Take the code card out. 1, 2, 3. Fire energy. Right, another incubator. Another Charmeleon or a Candy, Natu. Ambipom, Gyarados, reverse Tyranitar. That's nice looking. I feel like I've already got this, but that's nice. Get a closer look at the art here. Okay. Everyone likes a good Tyranitar, right? Wait. Almost put that in the wrong pile. I want that on the bad users list. Alright. Let's see, we still got 3 more packs. Will we only get 1 good card? I think we just might. I want that code card. Uh-oh. No, I think I'm about to eat my words. 1, 2, 3. Energy. I think I'm gonna eat my words. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I got a feeling. Focus. Focus. Thank you. Stalix. So many duplicates. This is not a very varied set. Bidoof. Rare candy. Oh, it's just slacking. Oh, man, whatever. I mean, sure, okay, but I think the rare candy is cooler. That's a little disappointing. If that's the last one of those cards that I get, that will be kind of disappointing. Well, one more like really good card. Come on. Right, get the code card out of here. Alright. 1, 2, 3. And that's the energy. Alright. Pupitar. Chansey. Focus! Focus. Pay attention. Oh, come on. Why are you fighting me so hard? Come on. There we go. Bidoof, Onyx, Barrel, Meltan, Magikarp, Onyx. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, we're on to the last pack now. Last pack. I bless this pack. I bless you. I bless you. May God have mercy. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Energy, yada yada. Camera up. Helix. Candela, Magikarp, Berrypants, Nema. It's just, it's okay. It's okay. Really hoping to get a Ditto card out of there, but no such luck, but that's okay. That's good. And there you have it. There you have it. That was the Pokemon cards. I now have this many cards that I will never use for anything. But, I mean, that's why they provide you with a handy box with which to put all your garbage inside of. And you will see, I will prove to you that I will waste not, want not. These will go in here. These will... Oh, shit. These will go in here. Right in there. There's another card I threw. That whole thing. That goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. These are all my funny cards. Those can go in there. And those. And this. Oh, and the good card. And there you have it. That was the set. That was alright. It was alright, wasn't it? I am a little disappointed I didn't get that Ditto card, but you know. This is essentially gambling. So, how about we go over to Toree now? Toree 3D, that is. Let me just, yeah. She's not happy. She's not pleased by that. I gotta get the camera out of here. I know, it's scary. I know it's scary. I know you're scared. All right. So now we're back over to this microphone. High quality. Can you feel the power of high quality? Can you feel it? All right. So let's see here. Where is actually the game? This might be a controller game. Let me activate my controller. Make sure that's ready to go. All right, let me also change the game to Toree 3D. All right, we should be ready to go here. Okay. I have not launched this game. Whoa. Whoa. Oop. All right, you should be seeing it now. All right, how's the volume? Is it loud enough, or is it quiet enough, or is it fine? Sounds good. Bit loud. A little loud. There we go. 25. You're on a roll. New soundtrack. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess we'll go down the chain here. I don't know what the goal is. I don't know what the gameplay is. Okay. Do I have some sort of attack? Water. Okay. So don't touch enemies, I guess. Oh, missed one. I can double jump. Cool bird. Yeah, this is quaint. Whoop. Okay. Alright, that's like a Sonic level marker. Oh! That star is huge. There we go.
Damn, speed run. Ha, ha, ha. I like all this squeaking and honking. Born to squeak, forced to honk. I got them all. Okay. C rank. I guess I did fall twice. Alright, I hit an enemy out of the gate and then I fell once. Alright. I'm getting A rank. No, I'm not. Yeah, this is very Sonic-esque. Don't go yet. Come on, that wasn't my fault. Oh, and I gotta go all the way back. Oh, there's a sprint. I didn't know there was a run button. Ah! Oh boy. All right, stop fucking around. Stop fucking around. There we go. Whoop. I got it. I got it down. I got it down to a science. I got it. Nope. Hold on. All right, I can go. Ah, God damn it. Okay.
Toree of 3D.
3D. Soup slam. Waiter, there's an eye in my soup. Chicken noodle and minestrone are for wimps. Quack. I have plenty of experience with ice levels. You will not trip me up.
This bitch is scampering.
Damn, this bitch is scampering. Easy level. Oh. 6. C rank? How? What? How is that a C rank? What do you gotta do to get a higher rank? Go faster? Fuck. Restart. Restart. I want a higher goddamn rank. Whoa! Alright, next level. No, not that one. This one. Wait, what? Okay, that is the right level. Oh, these are some banging tunes. I hope I didn't miss a star back there. I did. Fuck. No stars left behind. Wait for me! Whoop, don't go yet. Yeah, this shit is slapping. What? What the fuck? Oh, it was an ice car. Damn it.
Go with many blessings.
Thank you. Don't. Go. Don't yell at me. God damn it. Oh my god, the difficulty spike is ridiculous. Three, two, one. What? How did I miss so many? That didn't seem right. Okay. Is this creepy pasta? It is creepy pasta.
And then Toree started crying hyper-realistic blood.
That thing getting closer? Ah, the fucking camera fights me a little bit here. Oh. Okay. Okay. Normal, yeah. Nice. Nice, okay. Very Sonic-esque level. Oop. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Whoop. There we go.
Showtime.
Okay. Only a couple more levels. Oh. Woo! C for clear, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? That wasn't enough time to really react. Whoop, I fucked that up. No star left behind. There we go. Oof. All right, almost done. Oh no, it's this again. Damn it. That was rough. That's probably why I missed some last time. Something hidden in the back that I didn't see. No. Oh, give me a second to breathe. Fuck. Okay, alright. Oh, hold on. There we go. Gotta wait for it to come back around. Oh. Oh, I missed one. Ah. Well, what are you gonna do? Time to do it all over again. Ooh. Where do I go from here? I see. Come back! Fuck. Fuck. All right. No more mistakes. No more mistakes. We do this clean and by the book. What'd I just say? All right. I'm having a hard time with the camera more than anything. What's going on here? Fucking camera. Oh my god, look at that. 89. I missed one.
Showtime.
Ah. It's world. And it's world. Where do I go? Got branching paths. Oh, up here. I see. Down here, I guess. Right? Oh. It's certainly world. Don't crush me. Here we go. No, I missed one. All right. Something scary is gonna happen right at the end. Oh.
No star map behind.
Well, that was Toree. Hold on. Yeah, let me... Oh, I hate to have to go through these again. Especially this one with short by one. I want my stars. I want my stars. I gotta figure out where all these other stars were hiding. I think this is one of the ones that I was missing like a shitload. That's why. It was at the top of these. Sneaky. Camera! Camera! Fuck. That's okay. I just have to get them. I'm getting them all. Whoop. I don't see anything back there. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. No! Oh my god, this camera is so finicky. Yeah! Alright, wait, just hold on. There we go. There. All right. How we looking? 66. 70. All right, get the annoying truck runner segments out of the way. Fuck. Don't hit me. Look back, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh. There we go. Skillful. That's not skillful. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's fine. It was worth it to ensure that I actually get all of them. No, no! God damn it. You hate to see it. There we go. All right, it should be a cinch from here on out. All right. Is there anything hidden back here? No. Fuck. Oh, I hate that one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, lights are flickering. That's not good. Damn it. Damn it. Hey, what? Oh, the camera is so finicky. I won't be surprised if a storm knocks out my power, by the way. I gotta get this done before then. Come on, I have unlimited time. Thunderbolts of lightning. Very, very frightening me. $90. Got him. Alright, this is the only one. Yeah, that would figure. Alright, there's those. Alright, Sonic time. I don't remember how many I was short on this level, so I don't know if there's like, if I was like short a shitload of secret ones or what. Or if it was just those ones back there. Let's blast through with sonic speed! Why didn't they hire me? They should hire me. Gotta shmoo! I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. I'm missing a lot. Where were they? 9, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5. I'm missing like 6.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. Boy, that thunder outside. Not okay. I think I just got both of those. Okay. This one, this one. I gotta like look around. Come on, camera. Where am I missing these ones? Oh, whoops. I didn't want to go down yet. Let me come up here real quick. That might be backtracking. Oh, hold on. There's some over here I missed. Alright. Mira. Whoa. Alright. At the risk of backtracking, I'm gonna come down here. Yeah, this is backtracking. Where am I missing all these stars? This is the only level I'm missing them on. You may make a suggestion. No, I fucking... Left booster at start? Oh, maybe. That looked like it just led to my death, but I can try it. I'll keep going and make sure there's not something up ahead that I was missing, maybe. We'll also be doing Toree too. Maybe I might pick up Toree too, because this was enjoyable enough. Where am I missing these? See, look, I have the exact same amount as I did last time. Behind towers? Oh my god, I think that is where they were. Yes, and it was these ones over here. I can't go back. Oh, thank god. Sneaky fucking devils. All right, here we go. Star again. Final star. Oh my god. Oh, give me a heart attack. I got Macbat. Cool. Endless jumps. Who's that Cuphead character? Let me look at this character real quick. Oh, I see what they do. Who are you? Who's this guy? Any other secrets out of bounds? Oh, that's not real. I want to see what's going on over here. Come on. I see the code. Is that it? Well, that's not physical. Oh. Hey, you. Don't laugh at me. Okay. What if I explore this a little bit more? It's just world. Nothing. I want to try to get to the end and see what happens over here. Anything up here? Anything back here? Nope. All right. Does the bat get ice cream? No. All right. Well, then I'm gonna call that a day on Toree 3D then. I was gonna do more, but these thunderstorms are gonna cause trouble. So, maybe like stupidly late. No, actually I can't do that. Something else is happening. Okay. No, I'll just wrap it up for today then. All right. So, I'm gonna leave the music of this game. I guess I can't. Okay, never mind. All right, let me just hit exit then. All right. Well, that was Toree. I think I'm gonna get Toree 2 because that was pretty nice. How about I go ahead and get our credits going here real quick. All right, and then we'll raid somebody. So let me. Whoop! I'm just backhanded the mic. All right. End credits. Oh, just restarted them. Anyway, so thank you to Supernova Dad, 13 months. Oh, geez, I don't know, for 10 months. Q Angel, 19 months. Chaotic Bebop, 100 bits. Hollywood the Raid, and the 25-month sub. Painter Skies for 25 months as well. And frums.xyz for the gift sub. All right. So, thank you for coming out and enjoying the stream and giving support and having fun. There's a free short 3-level Toree game made for Sonic's anniversary. It's about Sonic and his glorious adventures. Okay. Anyway, yeah, raid. I think Bulp is live, so yes, we can raid Bulp. All right. Bulp's playing Disco Elysium, so if that's something you don't want to be spoiled on potentially, this is not the raid for you. Phrase? Nah, no phrase. Just go and enjoy it. Ask Bulb what he had for dinner. No, he hasn't had dinner yet. It's only 4. He doesn't eat dinner till like 10. Ask Bulb what he had for lunch. Ask Bulb what he had for lunch. And if he fights you on it, just keep insisting. Literally say, I insist you say what you had for lunch. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one. I might be back on Sunday, maybe. I think Sunday is the closest day I can think of where I'll have a good amount of free time. Tomorrow is Wayne's charity stream, starting, I think, 12 Eastern. And then it goes 24 hours after that. So if you want to check that out, check that out. And yeah, like I said, have a good one. Bye-bye.